You're watching Famous Dave on YouTube.
What's going on, folks? I've gotten a lot of mileage out of that theme song. I'm trying to figure out where I got it from. I think I bought it from someone on Fiverr, but I've been going back and I can't really find like where I got it from because I wanted to like have someone make an updated one. Anyway, crazy day in the markets today again. I initially was going to come on the live stream this morning, but I was having some technical issues. And I was going to rant and rave at first about some of these financial. I just feel like a lot of traders give trading a bad name, and you know, when you meet actual like professional traders, they can be kind of jerks. I mean, it's kind of like an alpha personality type profession where people think they're better than everybody, and you combine people thinking they're smart with money, and you get some obnoxious people. And you know, I don't mind teasing these people because they're bigger, more successful than I am as far as their platforms and stuff like that, so they can handle it. One of the guys that always drives me crazy, I'm going to pull him up right here. His name is Anton Creel, and I'm going to pull up his video. He's got this famous video here where he talks about, it's one of those videos like Anton Creel exposes or something. It says, Anton Creel annihilates retail brokers and trade educators. Okay, it's this guy. And he is he's ex-Goldman Sachs. And, you know, he wants you to basically like spend several $1,000s and like go hang out and you go to this like conference in like Jakarta or something, and then you go like hang out and have drinks at the bar with him. And I can, this 2-hour presentation, I can summarize it for you very quickly. Basically, he says you can't day trade anymore because markets don't move around enough. The only way to make money is to carry positions for a long period of time. And brokers are not in the business of helping you make money. They're trying to screw you. That's basically the whole thing. So, you know, genius. But like, a lot of times you can tell these guys are like the way they are just by looking at their Twitter page. So let's take a look at this guy's Twitter page for a second. And this isn't the one that was really bugging me, but I just happened to look it up anyway. But okay, so here we go. Anton Creel. So he's managing 750 plus retail traders. Now, why would you hire somebody to help you trade if he's also helping 749 other people at the same time? How much hands-on help is he going to be able to give you if he's managing 700 and whatever other people at the same time, 749 people? Also, like, look, if you just go down through here, you can see the entitlement just at the, you know, the pictures he chooses here. You know, guy in a suit with like chatting up the lady, and you know, and I saw this. He's dissing on Black Lives Matter, of course. You know, it's like elitist white guy. Anyways, yeah, I watched that video of his where he's supposed to like annihilate the world, and it's like, dude, you could have said that in like 2 minutes. Why do you spend 2 hours talking about this? Here's another guy I found. I don't know why this stuff bugs me, but sometimes it just really bugs me. So here's another guy I found, and this bugs me in general about people on Twitter. This is, if you're on Twitter, right, and you are not following anybody, I mean, at least Anton Creel here is following 2,474 people, right? But there's some people that go on Twitter and they don't need to follow anybody because they already know everything. They don't need to learn from anybody. They don't want to know who you are. They don't want to meet people. So they don't follow anybody. Let me see if I can find this guy here. I think it's like, here we go. So this guy, and maybe I'm sure he's a super nice guy in person and everything, but look, no, he's following one person. Guess who that is? It's his own site. It's his other channel. It's the only person he follows. And here's the here's the pinned tweet, okay? This makes my day. And it's a guy saying how great he is, saying that he's brilliant. And then he goes, you need to download this to have any real chance in this market. So essentially, nobody in the world can make money trading unless they buy this guy's course, right? Nobody can make money unless they pay him money so he can show you how to do it. It just bugs me when people like don't follow anybody. And I was talking before that I had a couple people. There's 2 people who I've interviewed who followed me on Twitter after I invited them to do an interview, and then within like 2 weeks they unfollowed me again. So it's like you know where you stand with them. I guess they were doing me a favor by allowing me to interview them. But traders should be. Especially if you're trying to educate people, you should be approachable. You should act cool. Just because you worked for Goldman Sachs doesn't make you like so much better than everybody else. In fact, there's plenty of information online to learn about stuff these days. And yeah, Goldman Sachs is a good company, but I just don't like this attitude of like. If you're really cool and spend like $2,000, you can come hang out with me and I'll teach you how you should have position trade instead of day trading because stuff isn't moving anymore. Excuse me. All right. So back to the market. So I think I told you I've been extremely, extremely bearish. And in general in life, I'm one of these people that's like, I don't have an opinion on the market. I just trade, whatever. But in the last while, I've been extremely, extremely bearish to the point where like I don't feel comfortable selling any volatility. And I've actually had this short position. And what I've been doing is like every trading day, I'll come in and I'll buy some put spreads in this stock, Lulu. And then I'll wait all day for it to go down. And if it doesn't go down, or no matter what happens, I cover it at the end of the day, right? And so that's been going on for a while now. Like I said, this is not my normal behavior. Usually I have some sort of UVXY or VXX position on. So anyways, how has it worked out so far? Well, here's the last few sessions. And like I said, in general, I don't have anything overnight. I just have deltas during the day. So that's worked out pretty well. These first 3, this last one here, let's see. I was just slightly short. Hey, what's up, buddy? Hey, from Argentina? Is that it? Cool. So anyway, we had the rally. Oh yeah, so I had to tell you, my friend. I have to get online with my friend in Argentina to see how he's doing. So anyway, so the 4th session here. I came in like short, like 30 deltas or something like that, and it was up a bunch. So that hurt me, even though it was just like small deltas. I still got hurt yesterday a little bit. But then today, come in, put it on right away, and boom, it went straight down. And so that was good. I ended up making money, and I covered half my position at the end of the day. So that was great. But yeah, I'm extremely bearish. It feels like the world's going to end any moment, according to me. And I saw this sell-off today as just the start of more sell-side activity. And I understand, and you can see just from watching stuff trade all day, people are extremely comfortable being long this market. Like nobody has any panic whatsoever. And you could see like every single time, it's so frustrating. I was watching the NASDAQ trade, and every single time it would go down, like a million people would come in and buy the dip. So it would tick down, let's say NASDAQ here, okay? It would tick down. Let's pull up right here, for example. So it would go down a little bit, right? And then it would go way back up again. And it would make a new low, and then people would buy it back up, like 10 points, they buy it back up, and then slowly would go back down, make a new low, and then people would immediately buy it back up. Like, everybody thinks that every single down move is a buying opportunity. And I kind of understand. Yeah, right, Mac Radio. Yeah, Don K, short Lulu too. What's going on, buddy? I kind of understand why people are like not afraid of anything. They're like, because they've been in this marketplace. They've been in this marketplace where everything just goes up. Tesla, NASDAQ kept making new lows today, and Tesla just would not go negative. It went negative. Tesla went negative in the morning at one point, and then it came back positive, and then the market kept moving lower, and Tesla would not go negative. So the negative, I think it was like 1371 was where it opened. So like, if I draw the line right here on Tesla, and it just would not. It was, even with the NASDAQ being down a little bit. NASDAQ wasn't down a whole lot. I think it was down 70 points at most at the very end of the day, but most of the day it was like down maybe like 20 points or something like that. But you can tell these people, they're so used to, like, it's easy. You just come in, whatever money you have, you buy Tesla, and it goes up every day. And you can tell people feel that way. If you watch the order flow and the way stuff's trading really carefully, you can see that people just see every single downtick as a buying opportunity. And so even if you have some downside activity for a certain period of time, people still are in this mode of like, oh, every downtick is an opportunity. And so it's really frustrating when you're short, and every time you see something just downtick one tick, make a new low, and then it just pops way back up. And then it slowly comes lower. Shorted Tesla. I think Tesla is going to go down at some point, but the thing is like, Tesla is a monster, and you never know what's going to happen with them. I'm afraid you're a braver man than me. Tesla, I net my lifetime have lost not a ton of money in it, but probably like about $3,000 in it, which is some money and is no good. And every once in a while I'll put some small spread on to try to make back $500 here and there so I can get that number back down. But Tesla's a monster, and I'm afraid of it, so I'm staying away. So the position in Lululemon. So here's Lululemon. Now I don't know how long I'm going to continue doing this, because the chart, well, we can look at the chart together. It's gone way up, and then it's kind of sat here. Now, the fact that it's kind of just sitting, that could mean that it's getting ready to go higher, or it could go lower. So it's hard to tell right now, but I have these, and I'm sure this is kind of probably a total rookie move, but I have these, envisioning this, like the market's just totally falling apart and Lulu goes back down to like 200, right? And so I've been looking at these spreads. If I buy a $20 put spread, like the August which one did I have? Let's see. I still have half of it left. The August 270, 290 put spread. It's a $20 put spread. So you need it below 270. So I would need it below here at the end of August to make the maximum. And essentially, the spread was offered around $4. It was like $4. I paid $4.30 for it or something. So you can make 5 times your money essentially if it goes. All it needs to do is go down to here by the end of August, and you'll make 4 times your money. So it seems like a great thing. The only problem is, I'm sorry, right here, 270. The only problem is that, what's up, Eric? Nice to see you, buddy. The only problem is you can lose a lot of money if it goes up against you as well. So it was good for $1,400 today. Like I said, I sold half of my spreads. I only have 10 left. So the delta right now is a little bit over 100 deltas. And, I do stuff like, as a trader, I make deals with myself. I say, okay, well, I'll make you a deal. I'll let you not cover your whole position if you cover half. I figure, okay, well, it went down $7 today, and I made X amount of money. So if I cover half my position, then to break even, as long as it's not up more than $14 tomorrow, then I'll break even in the whole deal. And I figure if I cover half my position, then if it's up, I can come in and reestablish the short from a higher spot. And if it's down, then we make money. So that would be good. And you can look at this position as we move lower, because it is out of the money put spread. As it moves lower, we pick up deltas. So you can see, I don't know if you can see this here. It's kind of small, but let me try to make it bigger here. If as it moves down lower and the different price levels, it you pick up more short deltas. So right here, I'm short like 100 deltas, but down lower, it becomes more like 200 deltas or 300. Trying to make this bigger. Hold on. This. It shouldn't be so hard. There we go. So you can see so I have it up or down 10%. So let's change this to 20%. So if it goes down 20%, I make $12,000. If it goes up 20%, I lose $3,000. So that's good. It's a good risk reward. Risk, you make 12 or you lose 3,000. Of course, the other thing with this trade is that it's not set in stone. You can take off the position anytime you want. It's not like you have to keep this on till expiration and you either make it or you don't. You can adjust it whenever you want. So, and I was thinking before, like, I'm going to pick some spread farther out in September, but realistically speaking, I'm only looking to have this position on for a couple days at most, and thus I might as well pick stuff that's closer, that's like by the front month, that has more bang to my buck, because I'm getting out one way or the other within a day or two. Yeah, there's a bunch of these like this. I'm trying to read out of the corner of my eye what Max 7's writing here. There's a bunch of these. Look at this one, W. This is another wacky one. I mean, it's like, where is this thing going to? Now, W is Wayfair. And I asked my mom about these because she's more into buying furniture and stuff than I am, obviously. But this is like a high-end furniture place. It's kind of like RH. It's just exploded. It was, in March, it got down to $21, right? Now it's $230. So, obviously, it does, it's the kind of a weird thing about this whole COVID thing is that all these people, because we had that big sell-off, and you have to think a lot of people missed buying stuff from that. So now, anytime there's a sell-off, people are like triple as fast to jump in and buy stuff because they don't want to miss like they did last time. So that's going to keep the market from going lower to some extent, unless it's just a really blowout situation here. But yeah, I mean, just amazing, just straight up action. Yes, exactly. People are FOMOing. People are they're afraid of missing out. And I've had like 2 or 3 people tell me this particular thing, and what it is people say to me, "Oh, well, yeah, fund managers, they missed a lot of the rally, so now they have to be long the market because they can't afford to miss any more of the rally because, their percent return versus the S&P 500 is bad because they missed like the bottom part of this rally here, and so now they've got to be long no matter what." But I'm not gonna. I don't care about that. Mama said the cat is under the table. I'm thinking of my cat. Okay, so let's get to VIX stuff for a second, because just because I'm like losing my mind and not focusing on the VIX doesn't mean everybody else has to. So I was looking at the VIX Central after the close, and pretty good. I must say, it's quite. I like the cut of this jib here. It has it's got a fine shape. This chart, looking solid. The shape of the chart, I like it here. Even with the VIX popped $1.50 today. Even with that, we've got a little contango going here, 1.7% between the months. Obviously, so this stuff is decaying even with a little pop here, so we like that. Solo your RV. I can't tell what you're saying. Solo your. Anyway, I like the look of this chart here. Maintaining its shape with the up move. I would like this to be the start of a serious down move, but I don't know that it will be. I mean, just look at the NASDAQ here. I think more and more, I think I'm the one who's out of touch here, and I'm the one who's wrong because everybody's kind of in tune with this up move, and it feels to me like everybody except me is long this whole time, right? And just a little down move here doesn't make a sell-off. A little down move does not a sell-off make, and that's all we got is this little teeny tiny down move. So maybe I should have covered my entire short because we could potentially be just right back up tomorrow. But either way, it doesn't, Tesla, it cannot continue like this forever, my friends. Mark my words, I don't know where it's going to end, but it is not going to, stuff just does not go like this and just keep going up forever. It just doesn't do it. So there's going to be a retracement here, folks. And I don't know what the way to deal with it. I was thinking yesterday, well, let's see, what should I do? And I look at how expensive these options are. So I was like, oh, I'll go out to August and I'll buy one at the money put. So I was looking, okay, stock's 1384, at the money is like 1380, right? Or something like that. So the 1380 put, it's $169. So I can buy one put for $16,000. And then if it goes down, the first $169, well, right now it's 1384. So 169 plus 4. So the first $173 down, I make nothing. And after that, I'm golden. So it just seems like when you look at the price of these options, it seems like it's very difficult to short stuff. But, to be more serious about it, if I was going to short this, I would do something like buy a put spread. I would probably go at least out to August here, and I would pick something like the 1200, 1150 put spread. So buy the 1200 put, sell the 1150 put. But it still is not like a super great deal, but you pay $15 for this put spread. It can be worth $50 at most, and that's the kind of play I would put on. It depends on, what kind of bang you're thinking here, but certainly if we're going to get some retracement back, you would think it would go through the 1200 strike here. But like I said before, I never do well in Tesla, so I'm a little gun shy on this one. I don't even want to do it. But if I were going to do it, I would buy some sort of put spread, I believe. The other thing, I have a good buddy who trades this stuff who trades size. He's a size options trader, and he's always selling naked calls. But I was looking at this. I just want to look at this with you. I was thinking, like, about 2 weeks ago, I went and looked at these, and obviously Tesla was lower, but it was the 21 August, it was the 1,800 calls. I was like, I'll sell the 1,800 call. Now, this was like when Tesla was like $1,000, right? I'm like, oh, I will sell this 1,800 call for, I can sell it for $5, and it's a free $500, right? Because there's no way this thing is going to go to 1,800. Right? So I was thinking, I'm going to sell this call right here for $5 and I'm going to get a free $500. Guess where the call is now? It's $60 bid. So I would have been buying it back. Of course, I would have had to buy it before now because I would be getting margin calls like a long time ago. But so I wouldn't have lost my whole account because I would have gotten a margin call and had to cover, but it just wouldn't have been a good situation where you sell a call for $5 and you have to pay $69 to buy it back. So, I'm afraid of Tesla, and I'm just staying away from it. It's just too much. Okay, so the other one's RH. I traded RH last year, and I put this great spread on, and it was a awesome thing, and I'm never trading it again. It was because all the months were all out of whack. And actually, this was the one that I put the spread on for earnings, and I had about 2 minutes on the open to take the spread off, and after that, where I could have taken it off for a $2,000 winner, and literally within 2 minutes of the open, it was a loser. And what I did was I struggled and I took it off for a scratch, and I was grateful for the scratch. That's not the one that I made a bunch of money on. There was another one like this, though, that I did the earnings where I made a bunch of money on last year. Anyway, so that's that. All right, well, I've talked long enough and bored you enough. VIX, okay, is creeping up. It's still not 30 yet, but if we do get a VIX pop to 40 or something, then I will short volatility, probably by buying a VXX spread. But in this level right here, like 29, 28, 27, I just have no interest, just because of my viewpoint here that the market is going to crash. Just doesn't make sense to me to be selling volatility. And like I said, I don't usually have opinions at all, but I'm smart enough to know now that when I do have an opinion, to at least listen to myself enough to not put a lot of risk on that goes against my opinion. And that has kind of sidelined me, other than these little short trades I've been doing. Solon Oyor. I still don't know what RV is saying. All right. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm coming in short 100 deltas in Lulu, so it would be nice if we got a little sell-off, right? That's weird. Something's wrong with my OBS. All right. Best of luck to all of you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support, and we'll see you next time on the Short Vol Show Live. I know I'm going to run into some of these traders who I'm talking smack about in some bar in Singapore or something, and I'm going to be all embarrassed, but oh well. Thanks for watching. See you next time.